Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an updated review on this Bissell CrossWave OmniForce. So I really love it, but the more I use it, the more I love it. And I'm going to show you exactly why. There are some new things that I found that I did not cover in my first video. And the first one is dry vacuum. This is actually like a vacuum cleaner. It can suck up dry material. Here I've been vacuuming the kitchen and some rugs and even some carpet. Now, it does work best if you do the vacuuming first. It does have, when you press this button here, it's got a vacuum only mode, a low and a high. So if you just want to vacuum your house, you can do that. But if you want to mop your house, now it'll pick up dry material while it's mopping. But let's say you don't want to mop your house or your floor. You just want to, oh, there's a big mess and it just needs vacuumed. This has a vacuum only mode, and here it is. It's best, again, to do this before you turn the wet dry portion on. That way the mop pad doesn't get wet. And this is not wet inside here, because as soon as you turn the wet dry mop on, it's going to put water and solution down around the roller, and this will get wet. It's a little harder to clean out then. But here's the dry, look, the fine hairs, the particles. Take this over to your trash can, and you just empty that out. So it is a dry vacuum also. Now let's see how well it cleans up a big mess for mopping up a big mess. Okay, so we're going to try out the CrossWave OmniForce on this dry and this dirt material. I got some long hairs in here. We're going to turn it on suction only. It's not going to put any solution down. Turn it on. And then we're going to ramp up. That's low. Let's go to high. It rolls really easy. It's doing a good job of picking up all of this dry material. I got some really fine hairs, some dust. Gets right up next to the wall. Yeah, this is a nice little vacuum. Now keep in mind, it does a better job if you vacuum first. That way the roller is not wet from doing the wet dry mopping. Now that we've got the dry material in here, there's where all the dry material is. You can see the long hairs that it picked up, all the fine dust and particle. And then we can just take this to the trash can and empty all that out. Yeah, that did a really good job. Okay, so let's try this CrossWave OmniForce on some really thick carpet, a rug, and a lot of dirt and debris and long hairs. So we're going to turn it on. It defaults in the dry mode, so it's got suction only, and I've got it on high. Now it rolls really easy. It's doing a really good job on this rug. There's some long hairs, okay. Okay, it eventually picked up those really long hairs. Now let's switch over here. This is carpet. You know, it's actually doing a pretty good job on the carpet. You know, I wouldn't want to vacuum my entire house with it, but if I had a rug that I needed to vacuum really quick, this would do a really good job. Turn it off. And again, this is where all the dirt and debris went. And it works better if you vacuum first before you get the mop pad wet. That whenever you turn it into a wet dry vacuum, that's going to get wet and stuff could stick to it. But wow, that did a really, really good job. That is pretty amazing. And then all I got to do is take this over to the trash can and then see, I do this before I get all of this wet. It's very easy to clean out. Yeah, it picked up all the fine stuff, the really long hairs. It was pretty easy. Most of the dirt and material just got on this filter. I don't have to worry about taking this filter off until I do the wet dry. Here's the vacuum part. Let's take a look at the roller. Yeah, no long hairs. Let's take a look at the display. So when I turn it on, that is vacuum only. It's got a line through the water button, so it's not a wet dry vacuum yet. That's when I want to vacuum up stuff. If I press this button, this is the dry, I can go to low. Press it again, go to high. If I hit this, it's going to turn water on. But yeah, you know, it actually does a really good job of vacuuming. And now we're going to try it out and let's see how well it does on a big mess with the wet dry vacuum. Okay, so we got a really big mess here. We're going to see how the Bissell CrossWave OmniForce does as a wet dry mop. We're going to turn it on. We got suction all the way up and we've got the water on. So let's see how it does on this spilt cereal. I love the fact that it's cordless also. And it does a really good job of picking up dry material. All right, let's try this. This is really hard. This is spaghetti. Yeah, it's getting it on the first pass. Ketchup. Another really hard. Wow. All right, now we got some spilt chocolate milk. Okay, now once we got the big mess cleaned up, now we can just mop our floor. It's very lightweight and portable. If I want to get my floor extra dry, I can turn the water off, and now it's suction only. Now all I gotta do is go empty all of that out. Let's do a self-cleaning cycle first. Okay, so this got the floor, it's a little damp. I could have went over it some more, but it did get it nice and clean. Okay, so I've got it on the base station. It's gonna charge it, but we can also do a self-cleaning cycle. Press this button right here. It's gonna put solution on the roller and then suck it up into the dirty water chamber. This tells us how much we got left. It'll go all the way up to 100%. All right. It's all done. I can take this. Let's do one more. That was fun. This was a really dirty mess. Normally you don't have to do two, but I really want to get that nice and clean. So the first thing it did was put some solution on it, and now it's going to spin it dry. And the display counts up. Okay, so now we simply just got to take this. We've got to get rid of this. Let's see how it did down here. Yeah, it did a pretty good job. I got an extra one if I need to replace it. Wow, it did a good job of cleaning. Okay, so let's get this clean. I like to take the filter out. Let's take a look. So it doesn't necessarily need cleaned right now. So put it off to the side, because if it gets wet, then you gotta let it dry. Now let's pull this out. Now we can get this all nice and clean. And there is this little, if you want to take the, say you want to take all the big chunks and you don't want that to go down your drain, you can take this over to your trash can and put it in the trash. Okay, so I took that over to the trash. And again, you really want to get this nice and clean. Spray a little soap in there. Spray some on all of this. Get a brush. And get this all nice and clean. And it's also a good idea to let this dry. You know, you can put this out, let it dry. That way it helps prevent odor. Miss Fiona just got up from a nap. She is tired. I think all you do is sleep in the morning. Okay, I absolutely love this OmniForce. When it first came out, I did a review, and it might have been too quick of a review because I did not realize how good of a vacuum it was. When they said it was a vacuum, I'm like, well, all of them say they're a vacuum, but they're vacuum up while they're mopping, you know, so that's originally what I thought. But There is a catch to it. You do need to do it first, because if like, see how I've already mopped with it. This is all wet. The mop pad's wet, so stuff will stick to that. So there's a little bit of a catch, but you know, if you had to do a quick vacuum and you didn't want to mop your floor, it does an excellent job. Now, you cannot vacuum your whole house. I went back over to that carpet and there was some really stuff down in the thick carpet. There was some stuff kind of still down in it. And this price point, this is a $300. This is an excellent price point. Would I spend $300 on the CrossWave OmniForce? Yes, I would. This is going to be a game changer. It's going to be at the top of my list. I'm going to compare it right now. I really love the Bissell CrossWave Hydro Steam. I'm going to be comparing it to it. I've got the brand new Shark Mess Master. I'm going to compare it to it. And I got some Tentacles. I got some brand new Tentacles. I got the one that lies flat, the Flex. I don't know much about it. It was expensive, like $600 or something, but that's an excellent price point. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Love its cordless, lightweight, easy to use. This is going to be an excellent one if you want to get it. I bought this with my own money, and I'll put a link to it right underneath the show description notes. If you purchase it off of Amazon, I do get a small commission from the sale, but the product won't cost you anymore. It is a way of supporting my channel. That way I can buy these products and give you my honest review. I absolutely love it. It's going to be an everyday. We're going to take this upstairs and use this every day. Again, they told us originally that it did dry vacuuming. I just missed it. That's my fault. I got to be more, the more I do these reviews, the more I've got to be more diligent. And sometimes they don't advertise what these things do. They do, but it's kind of hidden a little bit. So I've had, even on the robots, I've really had to start really reading what these things do and kind of really diving deep into them. Because I expect the manufacturers to, show me exactly what it does really quick. And I did kind of look into this a little bit, and I just didn't catch that from their advertisement. So again, if you could give the video a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. If you could, hit the like button and subscribe. Also, check me out on Instagram. Just a Dad Videos on Instagram. You'll see my logo. Looks like that. Check out my Instagram account if you could. Hit a follow there. I do free giveaways there and on my Facebook group page. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. And Miss Fiona is just relaxing, enjoying this beautiful day. I got a used Dyson Detect Submarine, so this thing is so cool. I can't wait to start using it. It's different, but yeah, I'm pretty excited. Dyson also has a new wet dry vac coming out. Oh yeah, I got this too. This is the Bissell Little Green Max Pet. This one's going to be pretty cool, I think. I haven't used it yet. Corded. They've got a cordless one just like it. Also, I've got the brand new Roborock Q Revo Max V. It's a really nice one. There's the Dream L10S. And I will be comparing them to the Tentacles. Here's the brand new Shark Mess Master. I've got videos out on these where I compare. This is the cordless version, and there's the corded version. Again, they're kind of rebranding it with the Mess Master brand. And I just got the Tentacle 1 Stretch 6. Don't know much about it. And this one here is brand new. This is the S7, but I think it has something to do with flash drying. I don't know much about it yet, but it looks brand new. People have been asking me to do the Stretch, so that's going to be next. So again, if you could, check me out over on Instagram. Look for my logo, Just a Dad Videos, on Instagram. And I have a Facebook group page, and I'm also on TikTok. I'll do kind of behind the scenes and kind of quick videos on there. Look who is looking in, wanting out. Miss Fiona. Window's all a mess. She keeps digging right there. And then when it rains, it gets all muddy. I think she thinks she's going to dig to get in. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. I love what I do. I just have a lot of fun buying these products with my own money and giving honest reviews. Would I spend $300 on either one of those? Yes, I would. And I just wanted to show you what the differences are. So again, thanks for watching. And she just decided to take a nap right beside me. She is a good girl. You a good girl. You're a good girl.